All right, guys, part 3. It's a recap. Honey Jefe here. It's the 19th. Cow Pasture Apiary. Show you what we got. And show you what I worked on, if I can recall. This sucker right here had three supers. I don't think I pulled any one of them off. I think I just put one over on this side. It had both of the supers here still. They're a lot further along than this one, but they have quite a bit of frames that need to be filled out, plugged up. So I didn't pull anything off of there other than just giving them a little bit less space. Maybe I can fill it up quicker. I pulled off a couple of a super or two here. And since I pulled off two, I added the one from here onto here. I don't know, because I think I pulled one off of here too. So I got 3 total. So between these hives, I pulled one here and here. So I'm gonna let these hives and probably that one stay until the fall. These 3 double deeps with the 1 super in the middle. I'll check them here in maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I can probably give these guys a super and take that one off. They're probably plugged out. You know, I'm not trying to maximize my honey right now. I've got so much honey. And the problem with having a lot of honey right now for me is Man Lake closed down near us. So I can't just go buy a bunch of bottles, a case of 24 here, or 2 cases of 24, or 2 cases of 36. You know, when I need to fill an order real quick, I can buy a case of 500, which is what I did, a couple of cases. I don't know how many big boxes I have of those. Quite a bit, but they'll run out. And I just don't trust Man Lake to deliver those when I can try to order online. They've not been very good. They're good when you go to the store if they have what you want, but as far as anything else, I'm gonna look for another supplier. But they were good when I was like, well, I need some bottles, let me run up there real quick, or I need some more boxes or some bottoms or some lids or something. As far as equipment, tools, yeah, they're okay. Equipment, no. Needing bottles, sometimes they have them. Every once in a while I've had to switch them up, but I paid somebody to design a label for a specific bottle. In like 1 year, they said, oh, we don't have those anymore. They're out. There's, whatever. I used a different bottle, kind of messed up my brand a little bit. But what I'm saying is harvesting too much honey at one time, if I run out of bottles, now I'm going to have to find a different supplier if Man Lake doesn't pull through with the delivery when I run out. And I've got so much honey now that I'm kind of slowing it down. But also in the fall is where I get most of my honey historically. I know that sounds weird. But today I just harvested three supers. Guys, don't let people make fun of you. I know I got people that tell me, oh, I can do that, and I do 30 a day. I do 300 a day. Okay, well, I don't. I can't do it. This is a lot of commitment, a lot of time. And being able to do that is great. But my muscles are weak now. I gotta close this down. So you see the sucker came off. It was blowing too much smoke in my face and I was trying to close it, so I'm gonna slides over. Clamp it down. Clamp it. About to start cussing. There we go. all this here. Do this. Yep. Got a lot of stuff. So it's not real bad right now. We got a million bees flying around, but I got the same bee escape here facing us. Bees. There's not a lot of bees down in here, but what I'll do is I'll stack them up and just add those on there. So during the process, what I'm doing is just letting a few bees escape that can, and the other bees flying around, they have a hard time making their way in. Then before I drive off, I just take that off, whatever's on top, and let bees escape on the way home. My last load, I had a lot of bees make it home. Every time I would take a super off, man, they're not happy to be let go. They're not happy to see me. Let's see what we got. But looks pretty good. There's not a lot of bees in there. That fume board actually did a good job. It's hot today. It's cloudy, but it's hot. The sun is out, and I added more of the more of the honeybee gun, I believe is what I was using. It's in a white bottle, honey robber, whatever, that I normally do, and it seemed to make a big difference because there's not a lot of bees in there. But anyway, guys, when you're getting into this, you know, do things at your own pace. Don't compare yourself to others. You know, you can listen to them, take some ideas here and there, and I just something the big, huge. There you go. Yeah, you know what that is. But just do what you can. You're going to be successful when you just do what you can do. You're not going to be able to compete with the big guys. If you're just doing it for a hobby, you know, be ready for the addiction that comes with it. But guys, thank y'all so much. I got a lot to do. I got more honey supers to pull. I got to start treating these guys for mites. Treat your guys for mites. Don't just do treatment free until you understand what's going on. You're going to lose your hives. I don't care. I get banned and restricted and posted, you know, on Facebook for the treatment free. Those guys, some of those guys are super snooty. And I'll try to be pretty friendly with them, but there's some bad advice out there. If you're spending $150 per hive and you do what everybody recommends, which is just get 2 at the very minimal, $300 just for the nucs. And then you buy the boxes. You do double deeps, and you get the frames, and you get the bottoms and the top. You're looking, you know, close to nearly $1,000 a hive. You're letting those bees grow out. That's if you get comb. It takes time. You know, you try to be treatment free. You don't want to go in there. You don't want to disturb them, or you don't want to do something, and you lose them. And you get on to some of these websites, these Facebook groups, and they'll tell you like, oh, well, you just got to worry about the genetics, you know, and you think, okay, well, so next year you got to do the same thing. Of course, you got a little head start, right? Because you got comb and you got some boxes. Like, well, I'll do that and I'll buy a couple more. This is what I've done. And you lose all your hives again. And everybody's saying, oh, it's your genetics. You just got to work, you know. Look, you know, there's only so much money you can throw out there until you realize that you're not a geneticist. Half the guys talking to you are not geneticists. Treat your bees. That's just my opinion, but I think that they need to be treated. You can use natural substances. You can use oxalic acid that's found naturally. Formic acid, found naturally. Do brood breaks and things like that. But don't throw your money out the window. If you do, just throw it in my direction. Guys, thanks for watching. Go to honeyjefe.com. That's honey with a J. That's Jeff with one F between 2 E's. That's Honey Boss. Y'all have a great one. This is my office.